Welcome to the Random Cantonese Phrase Series. Today, I'm going to talk about how to say, "What are you doing?" in Cantonese. So, in this short video, I am going to teach you 4 ways on how to say, "What are you doing?" in Cantonese. The first one, from top to bottom, is 你做緊咩啊？你做緊咩啊？ The second one is 你做緊乜嘢啊？你做緊乜嘢啊？ The third one is 你做乜嘢啊？你做乜嘢啊？ And the fourth one is 你搞乜鬼？你搞乜鬼？ So, the fourth one, the most bottom one out of these 4, is basically more of a slang than and you don't really say this. It's actually a bit rude, and you would say it to someone that's very close. What I want to emphasize is actually the first 3. Because if you look at the first 3, you know that the first 2 kanji actually repeats, which is 你做. 你 means you, 做 means do. Now, I want to emphasize the third kanji of the top 2 phrase that I say, what are you doing in Cantonese, right? And that pronounced gan. So what does gan means in Cantonese? Gan means it's an emphasis of the word currently. So if I say 你做緊咩啊? That gan basically is telling you, what are you currently doing? Gan is the translation in English as currently. So if I say 你做咩啊? means what are you doing? And 你做緊咩啊? means what are you currently doing? So that is the difference between the use of gan and not using that kanji. Now, another thing that I wanted to emphasize is the kanji and the 2 kanjis after gan. For the first 2, the top 2 phrases that I'm showing you here. So, the 4th kanji in the first line that you see is me. The second phrase, the 2 kanjis that are after the word gan is 乜嘢. So, what does 乜嘢means? Well, 乜嘢means basically thing, in which 乜 is, we're in a state where you don't really know what that thing is. It's basically a very a casual way of saying. Now, what I wanted to say is 你做緊咩啊? and 你做緊乜嘢啊? can actually be written the same way as the second one, which is 你做緊乜嘢啊? And the reason why I say this is 咩啊 is basically a lazy tone of mat ye a. So when we want to say mat ye a, and we don't want to emphasize every single sound of the kanjis that are represented, we just say mea, mea instead of mat ye a, because we could pronounce this faster, and it basically means the same thing as well. It's just that we got different kanjis, especially the ones that have mouth on the left hand side. They basically represents the different sound in our Cantonese languages. So when we say mea, it just is a faster way, or shall I say a lazier way of pronouncing mat ye a. And thank you for watching my video. If you want to learn Cantonese in a systematic way, I would actually recommend you to take a look at my website, or download one of our mobile apps, both in iPhone and in Android. I have attached a link in the video description, and if you wanted to support us, please subscribe to our channel so that you could get our latest videos on learning Cantonese. Tweet about us, or even share it with your friends who got similar interests as you in learning this language. Thank you. Bye bye.